Welcome back to another video. Today I want to talk about what is your why, right? And as I talk to people about the startup process, I hear a question over and over again, and it's, how do I decide if I should start a business? Well, it all comes down to what's your motivation, okay? In other words, what's your why, right? Many reasons can motivate entrepreneurs to pursue their dreams or of launching a profitable business, but some reasons are better than others, right? Others are just downright awful. But before making a decision that's difficult to undo, it's important to ask yourself some difficult questions about the underlying motives to starting a business. By digging deeper, you can protect yourself from the unnecessary risk, and you just might confirm why you definitely should become an entrepreneur, or maybe it's just not a good idea, right? Now, there's a lot of reasons for wanting to start a business, of course, but some really bad reasons also. And so, as we talk about motivation, we really need to talk about motives, right? So, some of the wrong motives might be something like, you hate your job. Okay. So, look, you can hate your current job all you want, but it won't add to the value of the business you want to start, right? Leaving a job you don't like can be exhilarating, right? It can give you that rush, right? I quit my job back in 2001, but you got to make sure you're replacing your job with a real viable alternative. It allows you to support yourself financially, right? Another reason might be that you just hate your boss, and that's not hard to do sometimes, right? But so, like hating your job, hating your boss doesn't make your business idea any better either, right? So the decisions to start your own business should be based on things related to the business itself, like the opportunity to deliver value and its feasibility, right? So also keep in mind that customers and suppliers can be just as difficult to deal with as that boss that you hate, right? Another reason might be that you're in it for the money. Well, don't hold your breath for the easy money to come along, because when you start your business, you're going to face a lot of challenges. Okay. It's going to require you to have some resilience and some passion and some personal stubbornness, right? A lot of people start a business and they'll put months of labor into this up front before they make a single dollar. So if you're in it for the money, it's going to be a lot harder to meet those challenges, especially if the money isn't really coming in, right? If you're truly doing what you love, then the money will come, and that's secondary. Now, another reason might be that you think you're going to be able to work less. Well, running your own business is very time consuming, right? Especially when there's no off switch. You're waking up and you're going to sleep, and you're usually thinking about the business, right? You're usually engaged like all day and all evening, and there's no clock to check out, right? You do what you need to do when you need to do it, and a lot of other things take a back seat. So if you think you're going to work less, it's not going to happen. Okay. Now, what about the reason about you think you just want more flexibility? Well, if you're expecting to only work when you want, you're going to be disappointed. Okay. Look, you might be your own boss. Yes, but your clients don't care about your sleep schedule, your vacation plans or whatever. They want what they want when they want it, right? So what about the reason where you think it's going to be easier than your corporate job? Well, the hardships you're going to experience at work are a result of your job being just that, work, right? As I mentioned before, starting your own business is going to be a lot of work, right? Entrepreneurship is going to bring a lot of different kinds of challenges, but it's in no way easier than having a corporate job. I've been there, all right? Actually, a corporate job usually has some structure to it and some boundaries that your entrepreneurship venture isn't going to have. You, if you, or maybe you just want to answer to yourself, right? Now, sure, as a solopreneur, you answer to nobody, but sometimes you answer to everybody, right? You don't have a boss, but you still have to answer to your clients, your suppliers, your employees. Look, you can cut yourself as much slack as you want, but the more slack you cut yourself, the more you're affecting the outcome and the results, right? Now, maybe another idea to start a business is that you want to go into business with family member. Well, sometimes family, a lot of times, doesn't make a good business partner. Okay. They might have good ideas, they might have experience in business, but it can still be very risky and very damaging to the relationship. So, why do you need a why? Because your purpose is far more important than you might think. Okay. Now, many people shy away from sharing the story, putting their heart into their business because they don't think others care about that. They think consumers want one thing, a product or a service. But in reality, there's going to be 1,000 businesses out there that offer the same thing as you are, but the difference is your purpose behind it, right? Your why isn't going to be the same as somebody else's why, and that's okay. Now, everybody has a story, everybody has a purpose. The key is finding the why that makes you most driven and committed to your business. Okay. Now, the income will simply be the result, but not the motivation. Knowing your why is critical to your success because it's going to be what keeps you moving forward when you hit the roadblocks. And when you start this venture from a why base perspective, you're able to view those obstacles not as flaws as a person, but as chances to deepen your contribution to your why. The obstacle becomes the challenge and overcoming another goal towards success. Okay. You should think, act, and communicate from the inside out. Okay. Now, in order to develop a product or service in your business is to first figure out what you're trying to accomplish and why people should care. Now, often your why is simple as this. What is your mission in life or business? Maybe it's to give back to the community some way. Maybe it's to use your business as a way to connect with others. Whatever it is, be honest with yourself and move toward that desire. Some people try maybe pottery as a hobby and maybe ends up being so enjoyable and a real passion that they turn it into a business. Some people, dabble at cooking and find that they really love it and they turn that into a business somehow, personal chef or something, you know what I'm saying? So look in the mirror and ask yourself, what do I care about and how do I want to be remembered? What kind of a mark do I want to make in society? What kind of an impact do I want to have with my life? Somebody once said, he who has a why can endure any how. So once you find that answer of what your why is, something that speaks to your soul, then the next question really should be, what am I waiting for? Right? And a great story doesn't have to be dramatic, but just genuine. Look, with so many social marketing campaigns distracting people nowadays, customers want to feel like they're supporting a cause, not just buying a product, right? If your audience knows that you love what you do, then not only will they be more confident that you've made the best possible product, but they'll want to be more supported by giving you their business. So your why ends up not only being beneficial to you, but your why can also be helpful to your customers as well. Now, if you're having a problem finding your why, if you're not sure what your passion really is, it's okay, because it'll just, you just need some time to do some research, okay? To do some market research and ask some friends or family, what they think you're good at, right? Try to remember a time when you're doing something and you didn't really think about time passing, right? The time passed and hours went by and it seemed like minutes, right? That'll be a clue to you for how to understand what your passion really is. But keep in mind that not all passion for what you love to do is profitable, okay? Yes, it is possible to turn passion into a profit, but not every passion is profitable. But friends, when you figure out what your why is, the business part of it gets a whole lot easier. Okay? Work on your why. Figure out what you love to do. Look, life is short. Let's make the most of it, right? Everybody can figure out what to do. Some people can figure out how to do it, but few can really articulate why they do it. Okay? Knowing your why isn't the only way to be successful, but it is the only way to maintain lasting success. Hey friends, thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit the like or subscribe button if you could. I hope that this video helped you a little bit more on your journey to being a successful solopreneur. And as always, stay encouraged, follow your dream, and don't give up.